Want to learn how to make a real Hawaiian lei with me? If so, e hele mai. Let's go! Aloha everyone, it's Lynn with iHula Hawaii, and today I'm going to show you how to make a real Hawaiian flower lei in just 3 easy steps. And you're going to want to stick around for the end to see the final product, and I promise it will not disappoint. Step number 1 is to gather your flowers. Now, if you don't have flowers in your yard, you could go out into your neighborhood and see if your neighbors have some. And there's some etiquette to picking other people's flowers. Of course, you want to ask before you pick. And every time I've asked, no one has ever said no. They always just appreciate people asking before they pick. Now today we're going to be picking PLUMERIA. This is a hardy flower that's going to stay its shape when we make our lei. So let's go ahead and pick some flowers. We need at least 50 blossoms to make a lei. I think I was able to get enough flowers. So a couple of tips. If you are trying to get a flower, you can gently pull down on the branch, make sure not to break the branch. And you also want to make sure that you don't take every single flower off the tree, just take what you need. And finally, the plumeria has a milk substance that comes out of it. It's really sticky and it's not good for your face. So make sure that when you're done picking plumeria that you wash your hands because you don't want this milk in your eyes. Step 2 is to gather all of your supplies. Now we already have gone and picked our plumeria. I went ahead and picked some other colors of plumeria ahead of time so we have a little bit of variety. So in addition to your flowers, you're going to need a needle. It could be a lei needle or a regular long sewing needle. You're going to need some cotton thread or crochet thread, and then you're also going to need some scissors. I also brought some tape to help, so let's go ahead and put our supplies out. Now that we have everything laid out, what you're going to do first is kind of go through your flowers. You want to take out the ones that might not be used. Maybe they have a little brown spot, maybe they're missing a petal. So you kind of want to just go through it and see which ones, so it's a lot easier when you go to string your lei. The ones that are not going to be used will be outside of the box. Now we're going to move on to the size of your lei. There is a standard size for your lei. People say it's about 40 inches, but honestly I just kind of eyeball it, and what I do is I put it around my own neck and I kind of go down about to my waist area. That's about as long as I'll start it. I'm also going to double it up. The longer the better, because then you can adjust it as you go. Here's my doubled up thread. Done with the scissors, done with the thread. Some people like to tie a knot at the end, but I prefer to put a piece of tape just so that it allows me to have some wiggle room with the length. And now we're ready to start. Now that we have our string ready, you're going to take that end loop from the top, and notice our lei needle has a hook. You're simply going to hook your thread. Whoops, it's not the easiest thing. There we go. Now we're ready to string our lei. Now the third step is to start to string. Now we're going to be using the style called ku'i. Ku'i literally means to pierce. We're going to be taking our plumeria. You're going to start with the opening in the front of the flower, and you're going to thread it through the base. Now the nice part about your lei needle is we can put 3, 4, maybe 5. I like to use about 3, and then push that gently through our thread. Now here is where creativity has a huge open door. You can do this style of lei making as far as how you're going to put your flowers on. It's totally up to you. Do you want to do random? Do you want to do all the same color? I have 3 colors of plumeria here, so I'm gonna do something a little fun. So let's start to ku'i with our plumeria. As we begin to thread our plumeria through the needle, be careful not to poke yourself, and also you want to make sure that you don't split the base of the stem. So gently, I'm doing this with the wrong hand. You're going to gently put your flower through. There's 1. I'm going to do a repeating pattern of yellow and white. 2. And 3. And what you're going to want to do from here is to gently slide them off the needle onto the string. Careful not to break those stems, and gently pull all the way down. And you're just going to repeat that for the entire lei. Now that we've finished stringing the lei, you're simply going to take the needle off. Probably find that your thread is a bit sticky from all the milk. That's okay, we're going to trim it at the end. You want to check and see if this is the length that you want your lei to be. Now, if you noticed how I did a pattern with the flowers that I used, most of the plumeria that were yellow and white were larger, and then I picked a second variety that was pink and orange. And then I had a few deep pink ones with really skinny petals. And then finally I ended it with some baby plumeria. So I'm going to check and see if this is the length I want. I'm just going to put it around my neck. This seems good. And I'm going to tie it in a knot. Double knots are good. And then once you tie your knot, you trim the edges off. And here you have your ku'i style lei. Now many people think that the plumeria is indigenous to Hawaii, but it actually isn't. It's found in a lot of tropical places. So you might even have plumeria where you live. Now if you don't have plumeria and you still want to try and ku'i a lei, you could use flowers such as carnation, roses, and tuberose, or pretty much anything that you can put a needle through. Lastly, if you want to wear your lei, you simply put it on, whichever way you want the flowers to be showcased. And if you'd like to give your lei away, I've made a video about the Hawaiian tradition of giving a lei and how to wear it. This smells amazing. Well, what did you think? Did you enjoy learning how to make a real Hawaiian flower lei in 3 easy steps? I'd like to know. Are you going to try this out? And if so, what kind of flowers are you going to use? Leave me a comment below. I can't wait to read it. Mahalo for joining me today. I hope that you've enjoyed this content, and if you have, I'd so appreciate a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already and be a part of this hula community. And lastly, don't forget to click that notification bell so you'll be notified when the next iHula Hawaii video is uploaded. And finally, connect with me on Instagram for more weekly updates. Until we see each other again, ahui ho and aloha.